You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
How about it, you creep, you lunatic?
Good morning, Raider Nation. How you guys doing this morning on this Monday? You feel me? Man, it's good to see you guys up in here. Let me give my shout outs. You already know how we do this. Shout out to Holly Tanner. Thank you for pulling up this Monday morning. Really appreciate it. Big Al in the house. What's going on with you, man? Good morning to you as well. Two Red Rings. What's going on this morning? Yeah, for real, for real. Yes, indeed. Let them pull on up this early morning. Good morning, Raider Nation. Be the first thing you see before you walk out this door. Man, I hope, or your door. Hope you guys got your coffee ready and had your nice little breakfast, whether you're on the East Coast or on the West. Raider Nation mornings ain't nothing like it. Yes, indeedy. Guys, step on up, pull on up. Let's wait for other people to pull up in here. Let me share this link out. I was having technical difficulties as usual. Damn it. Damn gremlins in the machine. You feel me? How you guys feeling this morning? Y'all ready to get this work week started? Huh? Ready for June 1st to hurry up and come, you know what I mean? So we can see what's going on with it. Oh yeah. Yes, indeed, Mr. Walker. What's going on with you? My dog, for real. Yeah, man, it's that early morning Raider wake-up show. You know what I mean? We talk a little bit of Raiders and have a little fun with it. This is an everyday thing, Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock in the morning, p.m. Or not p.m., but Pacific Standard Time. We rocking and rolling, you feel me? It's all about that silver and black, baby. Yeah, let me share out this link. You guys go ahead and chop it up in the chat, man. But we gonna do this thing. We gonna do this thing. Yes, indeed. If this is your first time here, do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. And we're waiting on breaking news, but you know that breaking news might come around June 1st. We still got Bradbury out there, you guys. Bradbury has not signed with anybody. He's still out there. Shoot, there's other options as well. What is it? Williams, the right tackle, still out there. We know we traded Edwards to Atlanta. So do we stick with the receiving core we have, or is there a move coming up to be made? You know what I mean? The free agent, there's some free agents out there, wide receiver, but there's potential of other receivers getting released from their teams to get to that June 1st, and then also to get to your 53-man roster later on in August. You know what I mean? So there's still more waves of free agency coming. It's all about what we want to do and how we want to do it. We don't have to go out there and just spin our load just because we have it. You know what I mean? As my pops used to say, you just got money burning a hole in your pocket. Nah, I got trust in the front office, what they doing. You know what I mean? For real. Hey, shout out to BL. 115 days until kickoff. Y'all heard that? Y'all trying to make some games? Hey, I checked out some of these games is kind of pricey, man. Especially the New Year's Day game against the Niners. I seen those going for like $600. But I know I'm gonna probably end up going to some of the preseasons. Very affordable. The Minnesota Viking preseason game is $54 on Ticketmaster. And the Patriots game preseason here in Vegas is only $56. I gotta go to those games anyway because I gotta start shooting footage and stuff for the shows that I'm having on this channel. So I will be there. I might even try to get to LA for the season opener against the Chargers if everything goes well. That's my plan. So we gonna see how this unfolds, but I can't wait for 115 days. BL, for real, 115. I'm counting them off. I'm counting them off the calendar like, bam, there go 114, bam, 113, bam, 112, bam. Keep going and going until we get down to the next day. You feel me? This is going to be a good season. I got a good feeling for this, y'all. I got a good feeling in my bones. For real. Yes, indeed. Hey, you said the more you see the intro to Rings, you said the more you see the intro, the more you like it. So what you mean? The first time you seen it, you didn't like it? Come on now. I had to come original, man. I had to come with something way different. You know what I mean? Something that, you know what I mean, that ties everything in. And I understand a lot of people, when they do their intros, they like to have a lot of football footage, you know, the players during the games. But I wanted to do mine focused on the fans. You know what I mean? That was the whole purpose. Like I told them, I said, when I was getting it done, I see what everybody does. They like, you know, highlights and stuff for the football games. But I want to focus on the fans because that's what this channel is about. It's about the fans. Raiders allegiance is about the fans. Us, you guys, me, all of us that like the Raiders. It's about the fan base. You feel me? So that's why I was gearing towards, and you know how our fan base is different. You know what I mean? We just different. The way we just how they dress up and come to the games. Hey, we don't give two fucks about who think what. We come into the game dressed up any way we want to, anyhow, and we moving up in there, and people see that shit and they be like, hey, Raider fans ain't nothing to fuck with for real. Shout out to Van City Raider in the house. Okay. So Zick, here's what we do. Cut either Jacobs or Drake and save 3.8 million. We will then have 29 to 30 million post June 1st. Then go get Bradbury, Donkey Kong Sue, and Daryl Williams. Okay. That's feasible. I understand that one. But I don't think you cut Drake or Jacobs. I think you can get, if we could trade Edwards and get a fifth with, you know what I mean? You could trade Josh Jacobs and get something in return. So in that same instance, it's the same. Trade them off. You know what I mean? Trade them off. And go ahead and let the young guy, Zamir White, let him go ahead and just take over the helm and get down what he does. You know what I mean? Running the ball. But I don't want to just straight out release. No, you should be able to get some kind of asset, drafts, you know what I mean, compensation for trading Jacobs or Drake. But you might not even want to do that. You might only want to just do one of them. And ain't no sense in being greedy and try to sign all three of them people. We need Bradbury. I would love to have Bradbury at corner. That's no doubt. Williams and Bradbury got to be the two, and that's it. That's all you Williams and Bradbury, bam. Sue would be nice. Bradbury might be able to get cheap, though, because you know he's getting, 10 mil from the Giants anyway. So maybe he comes in for a 1-year deal. You kick him a few mil. Nothing too hefty. Something that he could play out this season and earn the bag for next season. Whether we keep him or he goes elsewhere for the money. But at least we get his services this year. So Bradbury, you might be able to go ahead and get a good team-friendly deal from him because he's already getting paid from the Giants already. You know what I mean? So we can just throw him maybe 3 mil, 4 mil, maybe if you're lucky. So he's walking with 14 mil this season, 10 from them, 3, 4 from us. Should be solid. Get a good ass year. You know he's going to produce well under Graham. You know what I mean? So his numbers should go up. And not just that, that should go ahead and boost his worth where he hits the market next year and bam, he gets big money. Either he gets it from us or he goes elsewhere and gets it. But produce this year to get that and it benefits us. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Will we save money if we trade him? I think you do though. Because let me see. Let me see. Let's check and see. How much money does the Raiders save if they traded Josh Jacobs? Let's see if they got that Raiders decline 5th-year option on Josh Jacobs. Matter of fact, Josh Jacobs contract. We gonna find out together. Let's see. Current contract, Josh Jacobs signed a 4-year, $11.9 million contract with the at that time Oakland. Let's see. How much is Josh Jacobs' contract? Is Josh Jacobs in a contract year? How much does Josh Jacobs make a year? Let's check this out. Hopefully they can break it down. Okay, so Josh Jacobs' current contract is worth $11.9 million over 4 years. He's on his 4th year now, and he has a base salary of $2.1 million for the 2022 season. The final year of the deal, the value of Jacobs' 5th season was affected by his selection for the Pro Bowl in 2020. Okay. I you know what? they're not really breaking it down. How much does, okay, we seen that one. How long is, okay. Yes, I gotta go to over the cap. Let's do that. Let's do over the cap and see what they say. You know what I mean? Over the cap. Over the cap. All right, over the cap, NFL salary cap player. Okay, we're gonna find out what Josh Jacobs' situation is if we trade him compared to releasing him, just to see cap space. Player, let's see, 2022. We need to get to top contracts. View all. Yeah, man. How you guys this morning doing? Man, for real. M85 in the house. Thank you for pulling up. Richard Lyon in the house. What is good with you, my guy? For real. Good morning to you as well. For real. Dipping into the offense for the sake of the defense. Hey, that's how it works, though. You know what I mean? That's where the money is. Because who on defense are you gonna get rid of to free up money for? Yeah, you know what I mean? Everybody pretty much on your defense now, as far as your starters and shit. Ain't nobody. We're not getting rid of any of them. We're not trading Max. We just signed free agents in the offseason on the defensive line at defensive tackle, some of the linebackers. So they were brought in for a reason. But yeah, offense, because the only reason why we say offense is and Josh Jacobs is because if Zamir White is what we think he can be, then Josh Jacobs he's expendable. I mean, that's just the way it is for running backs. They don't really value running backs like back in the day, because Josh Jacobs is not going to carry the ball 30 to 35 times a game. It's not going to happen. He's going to split that, and especially in McDaniel's system, it's going to be by committee. So they're going to share the carries. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if they're sharing the carries, I wouldn't move them. To be honest with you, they probably most likely going to be gone after the season anyway. There's no 5th-year option. But why not try to get something for them rather than just let them walk? See if you can trade them and get some assets back, some draft picks and all that good stuff. Because like I said, if we trade Bryan Edwards and packaged him with a 7 and got a 5, who would ever thought that? He don't even have a large body of work. No Pro Bowls, no second mention team, no nothing. But we got a 5th rounder for him. So I'm knowing Jacobs and Drake. Well, Drake is coming off injury, so that's kind of iffy with Drake, because I know a lot of teams are gonna be like, well, how's his recovery? And it's going to go into like, we don't know. You know what I mean? Until he should be fine, but you have to test it. And in order to test it, you got to have live games. That won't be until the preseason. Do you want to risk putting him out there in preseason and getting hurt? And then you won't be at a disadvantage. Like I said, you went and drafted 2 running backs. You signed running backs as free agents. So we got a shitload of running backs. That's why I'm knowing by committee. It's crazy. It is crazy. Teams. Let's go to the Raiders. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. Good morning, Raider Nation. It is a beautiful Monday morning. Hopefully everything goes smooth for you today. I do hope you have a good, smooth day so you can wake up tomorrow morning to Good Morning Raider Nation again. You know what I mean? What's really going on? Shout out to everybody that's out there watching. If this is your first time watching, do me a solid. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. Yes, indeed. Okay, here we go. We're going to go down the list. Here we go. We need Josh Jacobs. And we're going to also look at Kenyon Drake too. Kenyon Drake is 2.5 as his base salary. Prorated bonus, regular, per workout, other. Let me see what else they got up on here. Guaranteed salary, cap number, dead money, and cap savings. Cut. Let's see what trade. Trades pre-June 1st. Okay, so here we go. So this is dead money and cap savings. If we trade, see, the first one I seen was let's look at Kenyon Drake. So Kenyon Drake, if we trade Kenyon Drake, yeah, dead money is 5.5, but the cap space will be 1. This is pre-June 1st. It'll be 1.6 million that we would save off Drake, and then Josh Jacobs would be 1.6 million dead cap space. 2.1 million we save if we trade them pre-June 1st. Now let's see post June 1st, everything changes as well. So we look at Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs post June 1st. If we trade them, it makes the most sense. Trade them after June 1st. See, because what happens then is with Drake, it's only a 1.1 million dead cap space, and we save 2.7 million under the cap. Josh Jacobs, it'll be a 1.6 million dead cap hit, but we save 2.1 million under the cap or cap space. If we trade him post June 1st. Now let's go over the releases like you was saying before. That's the cut, that's the trade. So let's look. If we cut them pre-June 1st, where you at? Pre-June 1st cut, Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake. Yeah, if we release Josh Jacobs before pre-June 1st, we don't get shit under the cap. And it's 3.7 million dead cap space that we're going to get hit with. Let's see if we cut him post-June 1st. Post-June 1st for Josh Jacobs. I had him on here a minute. I just went too far. All right, where you at? Okay, Josh Jacobs. Post-June 1st cut. You save no money. It's zero cap space you get out of that. So your best bet is to trade Josh Jacobs. To trade him post June 1st. Him and Drake. Drake is almost $3 million post June 1st if you trade him. The cuts ain't really gonna do much. At least for Josh Jacobs, this is nothing. We save nothing at all. Zero. Zilch. Nada. You know what I mean? We don't. So it would make sense. The best thing to do if you wanted to is to trade either Josh Jacobs or Kenyon Drake to add more money under the cap if you want to. You know what I mean? But I still think it's too early. See, I know Bradbury. Sue is not a necessity. He's not a necessity. I mean, he's a solid veteran. Don't get me wrong. But we went out there and we drafted 2 defensive tackles and we signed defensive tackles. Bilal Nichols, you know what I mean? Then you went out there, Neil Farrell Jr. you drafted. I mean, you know what I mean? We got pieces we went and got. I think it's more important now. The right tackle is the thing that Williams make perfect sense. He's still out there. You know what I mean? So go get him and go get Bradbury. That's your corner and that's your offensive tackle on the right side. So now pretty much you just let everybody else fight it out for guard. Leatherwood, Illuminor, you know, shit like that. The rookies you drafted. Let them go ahead and battle for the guard spot then. And the winner gets the spot, which means it'll be the best player out of that group. So now your offensive line to be set. Because our offense, in order for our offense to really like function at a high level, it's very important that you keep Carr upright and clean. You got to let him be in that pocket and go through his reads because he has multiple weapons. See, that's the beauty of this offense this year. He has weapons. You just got to keep him clean, keep him upright in the pocket. No pressure. Let him have his time to get rid of that damn ball because now he got some motherfuckers he throw to. They can take it all the way to the house. You know what I mean? And it's going to be hard. I know they're going to try to double Adams. That's a no-brainer. They're going to double Adams. But you know what happens when you do that? Renfrow going to tear that ass up. Waller going to tear that ass up. And I'll tell you, whoever they put at that number 2 wide receiver is going to eat all day long. All day long, they're going to eat. You know what I mean? And it's like, they're slowly but surely, they're developing this offense to really be potent and force a lot of defenses to go ahead and whatever decision they choose, they got to live by that shit. You know what I mean? The outcome might not be nice for them, but they're going to have to either stop the run or stop the pass. Choose. You can't do both because a lot of teams out there, there's probably only a couple of defenses that can play both the run and the pass. How many defenses out there really that can do both? That's balanced like that. You know what I mean? They're usually going to be like inept on one side at one, whether it's against the run or against the pass. One of them there is going to be a weakness, and that's what we exploit. Whatever their weakness is, you exploit it. And we will have the kind of offense where we can run whatever we want. You know what I mean? You want to focus on Adams and bring a safety over and over top and double him up? Okay. That means you're not going to stack the box. You know what I mean? So if you're not stacking the box, then go ahead and let Jacobs and Zamir and Kenyon Drake and them go wild out the backfield. Shit. And then when they decide, oh, we got to throw somebody in the box, then we kill you in the air. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's the way this offense is going to be built. It's going to be very hard to guard these people. There's a loon on the loose. We got to watch out, y'all. What's up with it, Digital? Good morning to you as well. What's up, Coach Dante? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Yes, indeed. So, you know who else would have been interesting to take a look at? But he ain't really got a lot of fucking money. I was going to look at, what about Jonathan Abram? I mean, a lot of people was like saying, oh, well, maybe he, let's see what his trade looked like pre-June 1st. That's now that'll be interesting to see, but I don't think he has a lot of money. Okay, we're gonna see though. Jonathan Abram. If we trade Jonathan Abram before June 1st, that would save us $2 million under the cap. $2 million. Now, post June 1st, you get more money because you can spread that shit out over time for the following season. So let's see. Jonathan Abram, if you was to trade him post June 1st, it's still the same money, $2 million. $2 million. So that's $2 million you can get from that. And right now, like I said, it's not really, you don't even have to worry about all that right now because this is what's going to happen. Say, for instance, Abram doesn't make the team. And usually what happens when teams start cutting down their roster down to get to 53, you're going to get some trades. You're going to try to get something back for these players rather than just cutting them and letting them go. So you still got the possibility of trading these players in August. After each week of the preseason, when they keep cutting down, some of these other teams are going to release some players that you're going to be like, oh shit, they look who they released. Go get them. You know what I mean? Free up some money by trading off Abrams or Josh Jacobs, whatever route they choose to go. Because whatever route they do, I got faith in them that they got a plan sitting right behind whatever player they move out there on the market. So I'm solid. I'm solid for real with that one. But like I said, yeah, the money comes if you trade them post June 1st. I think they got their eyes set on some people, to be honest with you guys. It's too quiet. There's some good free agents sitting there, and it's not just us. Don't just think I'm saying us. I'm saying other teams as well. They're all waiting June 1st, because why else wouldn't these solid veteran free agents out there go sign right now? Because they know money is going to be freed up post June 1st, so then they can see what teams have what money and what options do they have to go sign elsewhere. We're an option with Bradbury, Williams, and Ndamukong Suh. I heard that we're after him. And I would love to have Ndamukong Suh. You know what I mean? One of the guys from my alma mater, Ndamukong Suh, Grant High School, Portland, Oregon. Yes, indeed. That's where I went to school at, and that's where I played football at. So that'll be solid to have a Grant General on the Raiders. You feel me? See if I can get me an interview. But yeah, man, it's some good people out there. There's some good solid free agents still. Like one person that people probably forgot about, OBJ is still out there. OBJ, I know he's coming off his surgery, but he'll be available in the middle of the season. Now it depends on what team wants him. Will the Raiders go after him? I don't. You know what? I wouldn't agree to that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if his services aren't available until the middle of the season, what if you found your number 2 wide receiver out of the group we have by then? You know what I mean? Whether it's Cole or Mac Hollins or, you know what I mean? What if one of those receivers steps up during the first half of the season and balls out? Because most likely they're going to ball out because of Adams. That's what I'm saying. Adams is that difference maker. He's going to make that number 2 receiver look like, damn, that motherfucker good. You know what I mean? So just hold your horses. I wouldn't go out there after OBJ. I wouldn't. Like I said, he wouldn't be available to the middle of the season anyway, and we just might have an answer for that position on this team as we speak. We just got to let it play out. Going through camp, going to preseason, let it play out. What receiver can grab that unless the Raiders got their eyes on somebody else? And I know a lot of these teams already got an idea of who's going to be cut, for these rosters to get down to 53. You pretty much know. You know what I mean? Especially front offices, they know. Because they looked at contract. All these contract numbers are available to anybody. So those in the front office that crunch numbers and know exactly how these contracts work, they're probably looking at these teams like, if they release anybody, it's probably going to be him, and him. Because of the contract, because of this. They're looking. I know they're looking. And they're looking at who they can jump on after these teams release them. The front office is smart, man. They know what they're doing. For real. DC gets some of the credit. I don't like the way, you know how a lot of people always look and be like, well, it's the quarterback that should get, or know what they say, he gets all the blame and none of the credit. It's a team sport, though. It's like the ultimate team sport. So it's not Carr by himself. Carr can have a hell of a game, but if the receivers ain't catching it, you know what I mean? Or if Carr is throwing the ball short or too long, or the offensive line ain't blocking, you see all the different shit that can happen. That's why collectively. They all have to do their job collectively for them to be a great ass offense. You know what I mean? Carr is part of that because Parr has to do his part. And like I said, the line has to do their part. The wide receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, everyone has to do their part for this team to be successful. You know, so you can't give all the blame to Carr. You can't give all the credit to Carr. It has to all be shared equally. You know what I mean? Because all it takes is for somebody to not do their job, and it's going to make Carr look bad or good. If they do their job, it's going to make them look good. If they don't do their job, it's going to make them look bad. It's a collective. You know what I mean? It's not just one individual. There's 11 men on that side of the ball. And all it takes is one of those 11 men to fuck up in their assignment, and shit goes south. Shit goes south quick. You know what I mean? So we need the whole unit to be together as one. You know what I mean? Like they say, this machine has to be greater than the sum of its parts. And that's perfect analogy and quote to say that shit. Every single part in a fine old machine must work together. Because if one of them fails, everybody fails. So they all have to be good. Carr has, like I said, he has his part in it. He's the quarterback. But a quarterback don't mean shit if ain't no offensive line blocking for him and the receivers can't catch or get open. You know what I mean? So collectively, man, I would love for them all to get credit. Like, hey, in order for this offense to be elite, they all have to operate equally. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get to. Adams is going to add another dimension. Carr knows this too. Carr knows what him and Adams are going to do. And it's going to be scary for the league, though, because like I say, once they get the right side of the offensive line figured out and figure out what they're going to do at wide receiver 2, we're set. So it's just a wait and see. If they go out and get Williams and throw him at the right tackle, bam. That shit is, the offensive line is going to be solid. If they go get Bradbury, look at the defense. Rock Ya-Sin, Bradbury, your corners. You know what I mean? Got the linebackers situated. Got your front, depending on if you're going to go 4-3, 3-4, 4-2-5. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit that's going to be working, dude. I'm just excited to see the shit for the Hall of Fame game. I know they're not going to show everything. Everything is going to be ran vanilla, just basic ass offense and defense. But it's going to be interesting to watch these players we picked up. That's what I want to look at and go over. Because after every game, I'm about to come on here with y'all and discuss, hey, what do you think about such and such? I'm going to pay attention to everybody. You know what I mean? And write notes because I want to know what these undrafteds can do. I want to know what the free agents can do. And I also want to know what our draft picks can do. It's going to be interesting because I'm telling you, if Zamir White get out there in preseason and start running off chunks of yardage like it ain't shit, it's going to be some problems. I would love to just keep Josh Jacobs and White. Let that be your 1-2. Because that means you always going to have just a beast on the field at all time. You know what I mean? I'd rather get rid of Drake and keep Josh Jacobs and pair him up with Zamir White. Don't you know defenses throw a fit? Man, that means somebody's going to be on that field running the ball at all times that going to run it down your throat. Now let it be known that White is faster than Josh Jacobs, but he reminds me of Josh Jacobs, just faster. And I ain't saying Josh Jacobs is trash. Josh Jacobs is far from trash. But production, that's all we look for, production. And I think that you get a nice little two-headed monster in that backfield, it's going to be issues on that field with these defenses because they not going to know what to do when you hit them in the head with this run game and this pass game. And if we can get a defense that's top 10, It's over. We're contenders. We're not that far off. Like I said before, we went toe-to-toe with the AFC representative that went to the Super Bowl. And it came down to the last play of the game, and we were in the red zone when it happened. You know what I mean? It's just we got picked off. But I think that's because Carr had overconfidence in Zay Jones because that was his only, player to go to, his go-to guy without a number one. You know what I mean? But now look who's his go-to now. Adams. And Adams is going to cause problems because it's going to make the other receivers be open. So now look, okay, you look at our team like this, receiving wise and the tight end. This is what I like about Adams and Waller. Here's the problem that they present to defenses. Adams, you're going to have to double him. Wonderful route runner, good hands, good speed. So they're going to try to contain him, right? But when you do that, Waller's his thing that he brings to the table that causes defenses to pull their hair out is the fact that you're going to try to put a linebacker on him, right? Size-wise, you're going to try to match up size with size by putting a linebacker on Waller, but that linebacker will not have the speed to keep up with Waller. So that's like, he's big enough, but he ain't fast enough. Then what defense is going to try to do is put a corner on Waller because they're fast enough, but they're not big enough. That's the dilemma with defenses trying to guard Waller. That's why I'm glad we didn't trade Waller. We kept him on the team because he presents complications to defense in his own right. And he has two complications he brings, depending on what teams want to put on him defensively. Do you want to match him with a linebacker or do you want to match him with a corner? Either way it goes, there will be a mismatch, whether it's with speed or size, that he's going to use and use to his advantage. And it's going to be a man-to-man situation because everybody's going to be focusing on Adams with the help is going over there. Then Renfrow, on the other hand, we know his route running, superb, breaking ankles off the line of scrimmage. But his knack is being able to get in through that defense, find the soft spots, sit there, and that's why it's third and Renfrow. Renfrow always gets the ball on third down because he finds where the defense is soft. So the defense is going to be so busy worried about Adams and Waller that Renfrow is going to be lost in the shuffle. He's going to get behind the defense. He's going to find that little pocket where, you know what I mean? If they're zoned out, bam, he's going to sit right there. Carr's going to, if everybody else is covered, Carr right there, Renfrow all day. I'm telling you, they're going to cause problems. I feel sorry for the rest of the league. I'm being biased, but it don't matter. This is a potential deadly offense. And we can go as far back as, remember the Rams in St. Louis? The greatest show on turf? Remember the wide receivers they had? Remember the running that game they had? We have that potential. We have that potential on offense. But this will be the greatest show on grass. Because, we play on grass. We don't play on that fake shit. But, hell, put us on the fake shit. The game runs faster on turf anyway. You want us to be faster on turf? Then whoever we play, if you got turf, sorry. Because, hey, we're bringing it to you. But, it's going to be interesting on the moves that we make to go ahead and solidify the right side of the line, the wide receiver, and then also when June 1st hit, that's what I got my eyes focused on, June 1st, because the thing with that is, and it always seems to amaze me that the Raiders surprise us all so far all this year. All the moves they made, none of us ever seen coming. We could not guess anything right with the Raiders. Period. You know what I mean? So don't doubt the fact that they might go out here and grab somebody June 2nd that we didn't even attempt to try to guess the Raiders was gonna go grab. You know what I mean? That's the thing I'm looking at. Like, there's some moves out there that we like. We keep saying Bradbury and Sue and Williams, but Raiders might surprise you and grab somebody that we never even assumed that we even had an opportunity to get. And next thing you know, in the news, Raiders have signed. Like, what the fuck? Because that's how it was with nobody knew Chandler Jones was coming to the Raiders. Come on now. We did not know. We didn't see that coming. We didn't even see the trade for. I mean, we all talked about the trade for Adams. Like, oh man, Carr was saying last year, I'll buy him a car and do whatever, because we thought he was going to be a free agent. We thought that he was not going to be franchised because Green Bay never franchises anyone, and that we can just go right out there and sign him off the street. But they franchised him. And then when that happened, when they said Green Bay franchised him, we was like, oh shit, there we go. We ain't getting Adams now. But lo and behold, here comes Ziegler. I don't know how he pulled it off, but he did. He got Adams. And it took a first and a second when the franchise tag on Adams would have been if a team could have came up and signed him, it would have cost 2 first rounders to get Adams if they signed him. It cost us a first and a second. But that was then. He's a Raider now. He is a Raider for real, for real. Shout out to everybody that's out there in the chat, man. I appreciate everything. Everything you guys are. Listen, Jacobs' rookie season gave me the winning home back. Jacobs is solid. Like I said, he's solid, man. He just got to be like, I want Jacobs to play like he played the last 4 games of last season. When we made the playoffs, he ran hard. It was like he was really seriously like, we're gonna make the playoffs. That's the mentality you got to have from Josh Jacobs every game, though. Every game. He has to run like that every game. He has to protect the ball. You know what I mean? Them fumbles, no. We got to protect the ball. But he ran hard. Josh Jacobs ran hard at the end of last year. Exactly, Nutty Raider Nate. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for pulling up. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. This team is headed in the right direction. They got the right people manning the ship and taking us in the right direction. But like I said, as a fan, I want to see the move. I know we got more moves in us. I'm waiting for these moves to jump off. June 1st is almost here, you guys. June 1st is almost here. We only got 2 weeks before we really see what this free money that we freed up, who's it going to, what position, how much. Are we going to take just that 20 mil and split it for 2 players? Or can we squeeze 3 or 4? We have to wait and see. And I can't wait because I know that whatever move they make is going to make perfect sense. It's going to make perfect sense for real. You know what I mean? Man, I hope you guys are going to have a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, whether you go off to work, school, whatever it is you guys are doing. Man, you know, I had to get up on here with my nation family. You know what I mean? This is an every week morning event. You know what I mean? Good morning, Raider Nation. Man, let's get that paper. You feel me? But man, I like the shit that they're doing, man. I really do. I really do. Bradbury, to me right now, I say it, my opinion, Bradbury is a must. For this team to just, especially our defense, to take it to that level that we need our defense to play at to make us like really competitive for the Super Bowl, we got to have a top 10 type ranked defense. And Bradbury will add that to your team. You know what I mean? So, like I said earlier, maybe we get lucky. He gives us a deal to sign with us. because he's getting 10 million from the Giants being released. So maybe we shoot him 3 or 4. That's 13, 14 million on the season. He just play 1 year, give him a 1 year deal so he can go out there and try to earn the bag next season. You know what I mean? Go out there and earn your money next year. But maybe he gives us, with his familiarity with Patrick Graham, maybe he says, okay, he signs for a cheap deal because he's getting that other money from the Giants, and he'll come here for 1 year. Now, he come and produce. Maybe we try to re-sign him. Maybe he just walks. But at least for this year, we'll have him. And I'm kind of leaning towards the fact that that's what we're waiting on. Because we were in on the Honey Badger sweepstakes. Don't let that be. That lets you know right there. We were in. We offered a good deal. He chose to go home. That's all that was. If the Saints was not even right back at Honey Badger to try to get him to sign, he probably would have end up with us, hands down. He would have ended up with us because they said we had a nice deal on the table. It was on him to choose, but he wanted to make the right decision for his family. And that was, now he's back at home. He plays for his home team. You can't knock that. I mean, when that opportunity presents itself and you want to go home, you go home. Yes, indeed, Dominic 5. Thank you for pulling up, man. Hey, there go Danny in the house. There's a Danny on the loose. Good morning to you, man. Man, good morning. Yes, man. This is the morning show. Good morning, Raider Nation. Man, if this is your first time pulling up, do me one solid, and that's all I ask. It doesn't cost any money. I don't need any. You don't have to join my channel because we're still working on building this channel, and I want to build it with you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and knock the hell out of that notification bell so you can be notified of all the content I release, even breaking news. And if you can, share this. Share this video. Man, you guys are a part of this. You know what I mean? Like I said, without you, there's no me. And without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. So I need your guys' help, man. Help. I'm getting real close to hitting 600 subscriptions, but we still got a long ways to go. I'm not trying to stop at a certain number. I want to take this as far as I can take it with your guys' help. You know what I mean? Because you guys are a part of this. You guys are definitely a part of this channel. Raiders Allegiance represents the fan base. That's what I want this channel to represent. And I'm glad each and every one of you guys that is here, whether it's your first time or it's not, man, you're welcome. You're welcome to come here anytime you want. I love seeing you guys correlate with each other in the chat. Everything is solid, man, for real. I love y'all. This channel is for us and for us only. You know what I mean? It's for Raider Nation. Silver, you know what I mean? We represent the shield. You already know what it is. Are you guys getting juice for the Hall of Fame game coming? Hall of Fame game is getting close, you guys. We are a couple of months away. We are a couple of months away for real. We get 4 preseason games, with the first one against the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Hall of Fame game on a Thursday night. That's when we get to evaluate all our new talent, our young talent, our drafted, undrafted, free agents. What are we building? You know what I mean? That is what the question is. What are we building? Are we building a monster, a competitor for the Super Bowl? I believe we are. Under Ziegler and McDaniels, I believe we are. I believe we are. I know a lot of people say, I know we've been discussing this already. If this is your guys' first time here, we're discussing the potential free agents that we can go out there and still sign after June 1st when we free up 20 mil. Ndamukong Suh is one name that was brought up that said the Raiders would be interested. James Bradbury, the corner that was released from the Giants, that's another one. Williams, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. The tackle from what it was, Buffalo, the right tackle, he's still out there. You got receivers that's still out there. You got some players out there still. you got some solid players out there. So I just want to see who do we have our eyes set on. That's the question. Who does McDaniels and Ziegler have their eyes on post June 1st? Inquiring minds want to know. You know what I mean? Inquiring minds want to know for real. There it is. Daryl Williams. Thank you, Van City. Daryl Williams. I'm telling you, it must be because I'm getting older. I ain't getting old. I'm just getting older, and sometimes I get a lapse in memory. You know what I mean? But then again, I've been up all night at work. Like I said, when I get off with you guys, I'm about to hit the shower and go to bed and do it all over again tomorrow. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning as well. So don't forget, tomorrow morning, we're still here, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. Good morning, Raider Nation. This is the weekly Monday through Friday morning show. Be there. I ain't gonna say no be there, be square. Remember that old shit? But yes, indeed, you guys. I'm only going, like I said, I only do about an hour. We're at that hour mark. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for pulling up, hanging out with me this morning, because you could have been doing a whole lot of different other things, but you chose to come hang out with your boy Lunatic Raider. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. So to all you guys out there, you've been watching Raiders Allegiance with your boy Lunatic Raider on Good Morning Raider Nation. I'd like to thank you guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day. May your day go smooth. I will see you guys all here tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock Pacific a.m. We're going to do it again. We're doing it every day this week. Every weekday, 6 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a beautiful day. Be blessed. Stay solid. Stay hydrated if it's hot where you at. You know what I mean? Stay hydrated, my friends. All right, you guys. Thank you for watching Raiders Allegiance with your boy Lunatic Raider. I'm out.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.